So they say that some of the world's greatest chefs and bakers actually come from France. You know, as we know, during the French Revolution, when told that farmers had no bread to eat, Marie Antoinette had very carelessly said, let them eat cake. ये लाइन इतनी फेमस हो गई, और should I say infamous, क्योंकि इस केक वाली बात की वजह से बेचारी मारी एंटोनेट अपना सर ही गवा बैठी. It was off with a head for sure. France is very famous for its open sandwiches called tartines. So today I'm going to make you a baguette baked sandwich that's so yummy that you don't need to go to France to taste it. You can make it right out of your own kitchen. So this is how it goes. All you need is a lovely, fresh French baguette, and then with a serrated knife, you just chop the ends. And then try and make equal portions. And now, just slice this top off. Here, piece one. You know, a baguette is a little tough, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. And the inside is really soft. So my mom could not really understand why I would want to eat something that is so weird. But, you know, every bread has its own romance. So now what we're going to do is basically we're going to take out the soft portion of this bread. We're going to be stuffing this with a very nice, tasty, yummy stuffing. I'm feeling very much like Remy, the super chef from Ratatouille. This is probably what all his brothers and sisters would be doing in the kitchen if they found a baguette in that kitchen. Actually, he is my favorite chef. Not totally favorite. I also like Massimo Bottura. I think he's really lovely. But yes, people do say that France does have the best chefs. Well, we can argue about it. So this is piece one. This is my second piece. So let's keep this aside. And now I'm going to cut this up. So a baguette, because of its lovely crisp exterior, feels like a bit too tough, or it feels like, you know, a bread that probably is not really fresh. But let me tell you that a fresh baguette will have a nice, crisp, hard exterior. It's the stale baguette that is weird. So just remember that whenever you're buying a baguette. It needs to have this nice, crisp exterior. Now we're just going to cut this into smaller pieces. And now, of course, our first step, a nice non-stick pan. We're going to put some olive oil into this. We're going to wait for this to get nice and hot. All right, this seems nice and hot. So we're going to put a little butter. And now to this, we're going to add our pieces of baguette. We're going to get it nice and brown and crispy. Give it a nice good stir. As you see, the bread has just soaked in all that butter and that olive oil, and now it's going to cook. I think it's nice and brown. Now that our croutons are done, what I'm doing is I'm trying to neaten this cavity of ours so that I can add even more cheese and more yumminess into it. So, just a little cleaning up. All right, so this is done. Some more into the breadcrumb basket. Now, we have two different cheese. One is cheddar, one is mozzarella. What I'm going to start with, of course, is I'm going to take a little butter. I'm going to just butter this bread. All right, now into this, I'm going to put some cheddar. Cheddar is a very, very simple cheese. It's available all around in all our markets. We're gonna add some nice fresh tomatoes. And as you know, tomatoes don't need to be ever fully cooked for them to taste nice. Now over this, I'm gonna put a few olives just for that little more tanginess. Now, for a bit of crunch, we're gonna be adding some pista. Will be outstanding. I'm gonna tear a little bit of basil and put it onto this. Now, I'm going to put some croutons on this. And the rest of it, you can just keep in a nice airtight jar and take out every time you are having soup. Or you can put this in your salads. It's really yummy. This is ready. I'm going to get my baking tray really done really quickly. So here, we have this gorgeous looking open baguette sandwich that I'm now going to load with mozzarella. Okay, this is done. What we're going to do is put this baguette into our preheated oven at about really high, 220 degrees, and keep a nice good watch over it and see that the cheese melts, and then just pull it out and bite into it. So here it is. I'm sure you're dying to make this, so take a good look at our recap.
Baguette baked sandwich. You'll need 1 full French baguette loaf. Use a serrated knife to cut off the ends and divide the loaf into 3 equal parts. Now use the serrated knife to cut off the upper crust of each loaf. Use your fingers to remove the soft portions from the center of each loaf. Cut the crust into smaller cubes. Now, in a non-stick pan, add 1 to 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon butter. Add the chopped bread cubes and cook until it's nice and brown. Spread some butter onto your hollowed baguette and stuff it with 30 grams of cheddar cheese, 1 to 2 chopped tomato cubes, 4 to 5 sliced black and green olives, 1 tablespoon chopped pistachios, and 8 to 10 basil leaves. Put some croutons over it and place the baguettes over some parchment paper on a baking tray. Finish it off with 30 grams of mozzarella and bake them in a preheated oven at 220 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. Your baguette baked sandwich is ready.